Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Karkadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely, and shalom to the Hakim, scattered to the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And I say shalom to the Hakim out there. And this is a news article from RT.com, category in the country of Africa. As of July the 11th, 2023, and it reads, snow falls on Johannesburg for the first time in decade. Locals have described the occurrence as magic and a big deal, with weather service issuing a descriptive snow warnings. South Africa's biggest city, Johannesburg, witnessed the first snowfall in more than a decade on Monday, bringing a rare wintry experience to residents. Plesko Mofokeng, if I pronounce his name right, a senior forecaster at the South African Weather Service, SAWS, told the AFP news agency that the city last saw snow in 2012, and before that not since 1996. Wow, that's been a long time. Earlier saws issued warnings of disruptible snow parts of Eastern Cape and KwaZulu-Natal. A threat to life in hydrothermal exists if care is not taken. It says the Weather Service warned on Monday, urging residents to stay warm, although the temperatures have climbed up to now 13 degrees Celsius. Local media report citing saws that an intense upper trout system and a cold front led to the usual cold snap. Wayne Venter, a meteorologist and the forecaster at SAWS, told the Daily Maverick news outlet that an intense upper trout system is essentially an area of low pressure in the atmosphere that dwindling due to the strong winds. Apart from Gauteng region, which includes Johannesburg and Swarto, snow has been observed in the other provinces, including Eastern Cape and Macpolania. The rare snow has delighted many locals, with some taking to social media to express their joy. Residents in Johannesburg describe it as magic, a big deal, and a wonderful start to the week.
Woo! Hey, cool. Oh, how's that done? Whew.
Sissy smile. Sissy smile.
Hierdie en ry. Jy sien hierdie. Oh, kyk hierdie.
Kom jy later.
Ek staan. Ek het mos hier vlokkies in my mond.
Skop smile.
Nee, mama, kyk.
Je hebt gesneeuwd.
Zo.
Kijk voor mij, Susie. Jouw eyebrows.
Kijk, kom eens op.
Oh, kijk hier. Hij gaat niet dat je.
Maar ek moet nie 'n video van Mama stuur wat in die sneeu rondhardloop en dit
So as you've seen through those video clips right there, in the different parts in Johannesburg of South Africa, this is their first ever snow that happened since 1992. 1996 and 2012. And I was kind of surprised by it too. I'm like, this is in the month of summertime. And it's snowing over there in the different parts of South Africa. That's kind of mind blowing. That's my first ever time hearing about snowing over there in South Africa. And I believe like a couple of years back, it was like, I believe this is around the same time of seasons, like in summertime, say like a couple of years ago. I believe over there in the Middle East, it was like snowing and stuff like that. And then it was like snowing over there in California during like in the springtime or like summertime around this time, a couple of years back. That's kind of unheard of. Just like, like the tropical storm seasons, like hurricane seasons. Normally you would see that like in the month of, around mid-October, mid-September, which that's kind of unheard of. So that shows you what signs of the times that we are living in, especially with the changing of climate of seasons and stuff like that. So, that's kind of rare to see winter snow in the summertime over there in South Africa. So it's major drastic events that's taking place in the world today, And these are the signs that the Heavenly Father that spoke about these was going to occur in the latter days. And I believe I'm going to bring out Luke 21 and 25. And this is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 25. It says, "And there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars upon the earth," right? Signs upon, right? The signs in the sun and in the moon and upon the earth, right? So we seeing these signs with the weather conditions and many different categories of the conditions that leads into signs that the Heavenly Father told us to look out for in the latter days. Signs in the heaven, signs upon the earth, the sun, the stars, and the moon. With the weather conditions, the weather patterns, what's events that's taking place. So those are signs from the Heavenly Father, as a prime example. And I'm gonna bring out that Joel 2 and 30 as well too. But yeah, it still kind of shocked me. It still had me shocked about over there in Johannesburg of South Africa having snow for the first time in a decade since 1996 and 2012. That's kind of mind-blowing. And it says, this is the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 30. "And I will shew wonders in the heavens and in the earth," right? Shew wonders in the heaven and the earth, right? And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing these signs, which is kind of unheard of. Like I mentioned again, the tropical season, the hurricane seasons in mid-June that just passed last month. We see these record-breaking tropical storms, these impacting storms with these weather-like condition patterns, increasing earthquakes in diverse places at an increasing alarming rate since in the current year, 2023, at an increasing rate. Now we're seeing first ever snow, first ever time in a decade since 2012 into 1996, first ever time as well too, over there in South Africa, which is kind of unheard of, you know. So these are signs that the Heavenly Father said was going to occur, you know. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying. Of this recent news article, as it says, as of July the 11th, 2023, from the African country region over there in Johannesburg, South Africa, as it says again, snow falls on Johannesburg for first time in a decade. So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying. I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Akarkadash. Shalom to the elders for preaching the word truthfully and sincerely, and shalom to the Akim, scattered in the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely as well too. And until next time, I will say shalom.